Welcome to Coach Business. I'm your host and coach, Caryn Gillen. And today I have an exciting announcement. I've started a membership for you, and it's called Comfortable in Business. Why is it called that? Because I want your business to feel a little bit like your cozy pants. Like it's something that you can slide into and feel amazing about and look forward to being a part of and enjoy being in. That's what I want for you in your business. So, this membership is specifically for people, coaches who are making their way from startup to the 5K consistent month mark. So, it could be that you're coming out of your professional life and going all in on your business and going for it. It could be that you're still working at your job and you want a coach as you go, and you want coaching from me, and you want to be a part of a group that's doing the same thing. So I'm just going to tell you all about it today. Um, this is where you really can calm down and grow your business up. And to me, it's all about the fundamentals. We're going to really focus on what do you actually need to have in place to make consistent revenue that supports you and supports your business. I'm not interested in teaching you how to make $25,000 in a couple days and not repeat it. Right? Like one-off tactics are really great, and grabbing at the low-hanging fruit is really amazing. And it's something we should all know how to do. But in the beginning, what I've found is we need to help people understand the fundamentals so that when you're done working with your business coach, you know exactly why what worked, and you can go keep doing it. I want you to be able to keep doing it. And here's the truth. There are things that you have to do to get from 0 to 60 grand a year. That's 5K a month, that you really never have to do again. Like it can be the hardest year of a business ever is when you make that leap from I don't have a business, or I have a business that's really struggling. I'm making 12K a year, 14K a year, 25K a year, to 60 grand a year. That a lot happens. You learn so much. You go through so many challenges that happen one time. Like how many times do you get a business license? Once. How many times do you choose your business insurance? Probably once. How many times do you set your website up for the first time? Once, right? All these things are happening. And once you get to that point and you have all that experience behind you, all that knowledge, all that data from your business, I think it's pretty hard not to grow from there, not to take everything that you know and everything you've learned and really expand and grow and more than double your revenue after that. So I'm seeing a gap for folks to really do that first stuff with an understanding of like who I am as a business owner and why what I want to do is amazing for me. And that's what Comfortable in Business is for. It's for those of you doing that work. So the main thing with Comfortable in Business is how simply we're going to do things. Okay. I am not going to teach you ridiculousness and tactics. I'm not going to say you need to go get your Facebook ads figured out. I'm going to figure out with you, what do you need to do to really make your coaching practice work? And ultimately, my goal for all of us is to be in this together for decades to come, if that's what you want, right? Like I want another 20 years coaching plus. So I want you in it with me, right? We're not doing anything but growing as an industry. So let's just keep growing together in ways that really work for us. So it's all about helping you reach those consistent 5K months and getting those fundamentals dialed in so that then you can take your business and grow it into whatever you dream of after that. You can do anything you want after that. You want to write a book after that. You want to get to 7 figures after that. You want to retire after that. You want to take your work and go inside of a business after that. You do whatever you want to do. But I want to know that you have the fundamentals dialed in, and that no matter what happens coming up, no matter if there's a recession or a pandemic or a downturn or an upturn or your best sales month ever, that you know what's happening and why, and you're someone who can withstand it and be with it and get through to the next month and the next month and the next month. So there are a lot of coaches out there, but few know if they can trust their business or repeat any of their success. I think about the word fluke and how often we hear that, right? That idea that something was a fluke really comes from a lack of understanding of what's going on. So I want you to understand why flukes don't exist. Not in your business, not really in anybody's. There's always something going on that we can learn from, understand, potentially see happening ahead of time. But what I see is that a lot of coaches are overtrained on tactics and strategies that don't apply to their businesses or where their businesses are. There is so much stuff you can learn online that has nothing to do with right where you're at. If you haven't hit consistent 5K months and you don't know how to be there and stay there and sustain there, then there's so much of the stuff that you see out there that's just not for you. And I just like to help people cut all that crap out and focus on what they actually need to focus on. The other thing that's happening is folks are overspending on solutions that are great for other types of business. And for people whose businesses are farther along, you don't have to use all the expensive solutions. You don't need all of the different tools you can buy. A coaching practice is one of the easiest, cheapest, really, too, businesses to run, you guys. We don't have to carry an inventory. We don't even have to have an office. You don't even have to have a computer. You can run this business from a smartphone. It's possible. And you can make a lot of money running a business from a smartphone. But you need to know what you're doing to make it all happen and put it together in a way that really works for you and who you are. And the third thing I see is that coaches don't know how to optimize for their early stage growth. You're out there thinking through what will be true when you have a multiple six-figure business. But the things that happen in that stage are so different than what happens in the 0 to 60K a year stages. Like you don't need to know a lot of the stuff that you're pressuring yourself to learn. And I want to help you let yourself off the hook. And here's what I know about us. We are great coaches. We're professionals. We got trained. We're well trained. Some of us are overtrained. And we love coaching. The problem is that our training and our love for coaching isn't enough. And neither is winging it on unstructured and free content from mentors who don't know you, or just doing what your coaching school told you to do, right? That's a cookie cutter, and you are not a cookie. You're a coach. Okay, so there are really clear markers to hit when you get started and fundamentals that you need to have in place to grow from. And that is what we focus on in Comfortable in Business. So we're going to focus on knowing what to actually do with your time and what to leave behind. We're going to focus on you getting clear enough on who you help and defining how you sell and getting out there and doing it. Okay. So members of Comfortable in Business are caring coaches. You are coaches who got into business because you want to help and you want to be in business. What I mean by that is you're not negotiating whether or not you should be in business or you shouldn't be in business. Like if you're going to join Comfortable in Business, it's because you want to be in business. Comfortable in Business coaches are professional. They are doing this for real. Even if it's on the side of their career right now, they're taking their business seriously. And that's just a decision in your mind, right? You either have a hobby or you have a business. In my personal opinion, the second you have taken $1, you are in business. You need to show up like it. But for you, if you haven't decided you're a business yet, what needs to happen to make that decision clear for you? And if you make it and you're in business, come join us. And they're high integrity coaches. Y'all are coaches who do what you said you would do. You are interested in improving the field of coaching as a whole by how you show up in business. You're going to show up the way you want this field to be looked at and seen and remembered. That's what we're going to do. So this is a place for you if you're a coach who wants to get to consistent 5K months and have your business foundations be and feel solid. I'm going to tell you what's included because I've talked a lot without telling you what it actually is. So this is a membership. You can come in and for founder pricing through the end of 2024, you can pay an annual subscription and get 4 months for free. Or you can pay month to month and it's $200 a month. And what's built into the membership each month are my clarity building trainings. I'm going to take you through the Comfortable in Business coursework. You have access to all of that. And as long as you stay in the membership for 3 months, you keep access to all of the courses forever, as long as they exist. You also get my values equation because comfortable businesses are built from the ground up with your values incorporated. And they're so much fun to have in play and inside of our coaching. You also get a connected community. It is members only. It's private to the membership. And you get the opportunity to host events if you want to make the membership more rich and to make it your community. This could be co-working, this could be networking events, whatever you want to do. You also can attend and use the Q&A thread that's in the community. Every Wednesday, there will be a coaching thread with me, and I'll be on that. The other thing is this is a place for you to hang and network and be alongside of those professional, high integrity coaches who are in business for reals. And I think there's a lot of quote unquote community in the world, but I'm really interested in this one being very focused, very specific, and very directed on what it is we're here to do. We are here to create consistent, sustainable businesses for coaches on the road from 0 to 5K months. You also get my calm inducing business coaching. And that is twice monthly coaching calls with me. You can come live or you can watch the replay. And we'll also have a monthly workshop. And that will be based on comfortable in business needs, content, etc. Those could also be a Q&A call if it's looking like we really need to have some live Q&A business chat time, or whatever it is the group needs. But we'll have a monthly session of that. But we really just have that one mission. I'm going to say this over and over and over again. It is to get you from the wherever you are to those consistent 5K months. And then after that, you can do whatever you want. You are absolutely willing to get to this mark as fast as you can and then move on to whatever's next for you. So here's what you can expect in Comfortable in Business. You know what you're selling and why, and you know also what you're not selling and why you're not selling it. Right? So this isn't me telling you what to do. This is us gaining an understanding of who we are, how we work, what we sell, and why we sell it. You will know what to actually do on a Tuesday to grow your business, right? This isn't pie in the sky. This is like, are you actually doing the things that will work to get you to those 5K months? You'll also understand your own individual how to get more clients method and know how to deploy it. And you'll know how to sell. And potentially you'll even like it because it's really fun when we get to help people get what they want and we get to do what we want in the process, which is coach more. And ultimately, you will feel comfortable in business. All right. Enrollment is open. We officially start on November 1st, 2024, and we are rolling enrollment from then. Please come join us for those 2 coaching calls a month, the private membership community, the courses that are here to help you get to those consistent 5K months and to get you into that monthly workshop where we're just really dedicated to you getting where you're going with your coaching practice. All right. And I got an email from someone who I'd been talking to about this membership, and I wanted to share her questions with you because I thought they were really good. And I want to answer them on the pod. So first question was, how do you envision as far as accountability? This is something I've ebbed and flowed with over the past couple of years. Sometimes I'm great at being accountable to myself, and other times I've leaned on the support of a coach or community. So I want to share with you how I look at accountability in terms of Comfortable in Business, the membership. Number one, a goal in getting you from where you are to 5K consistent months is to teach you how to be accountable to yourself and how you best relate to accountability and to use those 2 things together. I am setting the group up so that we will have check-ins about accountability I'm going to ask that every Monday you post what you're up to for the week, and that every Friday you post what you did and what you learned. And at the end of every month, I'm going to ask you what you learned that month. And on the calls, when I assign homework, I'm going to ask that you follow up in the group and share. So I'm going to ask that you engage in accountability. And I'm going to ask that you, as a professional in business and as an adult human, do what you need to do for your own accountability, right? It's not my job to put a huge framework on top of you and make you fulfill it, because we're all different, right? Accountability works different for all of us. Like in the Gretchen Rubin quiz, the 4 tendencies, we know whether we're an obliger, an upholder, a questioner, or a rebel, and we need to work with that, right? I'm an upholder. I'm going to do what I say for you, and I'm going to do what I say for me. But if you're an obliger, it's going to work really great in this group, because you can be like, I'm always going to just answer the Monday post, and I'm always going to answer the Friday post. And in the middle, I'm going to do the thing because I know that Friday post is coming. Okay. But really, it's personal. And this is something we can actually coach on, is what's the kind of accountability that's going to work for you to utilize this program to its greatest value for you. That's an appropriate topic for the coaching call. All right. Her second question, which I thought was really good and includes a ton of self-awareness, is this. I learned a valuable lesson from a business coaching program I did last year. As much as I don't ever want to stay stuck, I also don't like being pushed forward to step 6 when I'm still getting my footing on step 2. Will this be a good fit for people to work out the exact spots they are stuck, or do you envision everyone on a similar path at the same time? I love this question, because memberships and humans, nobody takes the same path. You are all different. You're at different stages, and you get to be. And it would be weird if you were all coming in and at the same stage. So it would be weird for me to expect you to be at the same stage. So the ultimate takeaway for me is that you have grown an understanding to really know exactly where you are and why you need to be right where you are until you're done there. And that we support you to be there, and that we provide you with resources that help you be there and complete whatever phase that is that you're in. So if you're at step 0, you get to be at step 0. And that's exactly the step you're supposed to be at. You should fulfill it beautifully. If you're at step 17, amen. We got that step 2. And you get to be right where you are all along the way. It is my job to hold space for who you are, where you are as your coach, not to put my processes or my thinking on where you should be right now on top of anybody's business. Everyone takes their own path. We're going to hit a lot of the same steps, but everyone has different energy and different paces that they're going to go at. And when you're supporting people who have full-time jobs, like this individual does, who's building their practice as they keep their work, those folks need more time. They need really good support because their time is limited. So they need to know exactly what to do with the time they have. And they need more time because they're not sitting in their office 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day. Some of you need to work less. So we have to support everyone right where they are. Okay, so this is your official invitation to Comfortable in Business, the membership. It is open. I will have the links for you to join in the show notes or in the email that this podcast came with, wherever you're finding this thing. It's also in my link tree. So you're good to go. Find it, email me if you need to. And don't forget to use the coupon code. So if you were formerly a member of my course titled Lead Your Profit, if you have access to that already for any reason, you actually get a month free. So make sure you reach out to me and get the coupon code for that, okay? Or I might email you about it this week. And I think that's it. I think we're just going to get started. And I'm super stoked about the people who are already in the membership waiting to get rolling on the 1st of November. That's this Friday. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to stay super focused, you guys. It's going to be very supportive, very direct, and very helpful getting you to 5K consistent months. Thank you so much for being here. I really look forward to having you inside of the membership. See you for Comfortable in Business next week.